Hi there, this is Pico with some tips on how you can easily use your own music recordings to make amazing music videos. Now, to get it up to this professional level of quality and consistency, basically I had to tweak the script a little bit, and it's pretty easy to do that. I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. Now, the reason I want to stress this point, I think it's key because in this autopilot function of Neural Frames, it's basically designed to give you a quick video. If you want more than a quick video that's based on the AI's brain's idea of what your music should be, if you want something more than that, you want more control, you just have to tweak the script a little bit. It's fairly easy to do, and I'll discuss that more in just a second. But what you're usually set up with first is a number of scenes, and they look okay, but there isn't consistency always between the clips or the segments of the story, the chapters of the story. For example, in this video, and this is very common in these types of videos, I wrote a story that there's a lady in New Orleans. She's walking down the streets in Mardi Gras. She finds her way into a club. She hears this great jazz band play, and she wishes that she can come back to New Orleans again. Now, the first rendering of that story was, first of all, they defaulted to a white lady rather than an African American or other complexion of lady. And in each scene of the several scenes, the lady's face kept changing. Hairstyle changed, the hat changed, so you didn't feel like you were following one character all the way through. But that can be corrected pretty easily with some tweaks in the script, and I'm going to show you how to do that pretty quickly here in the next couple minutes. Now, in tutorial 1, we already learned how to sign into Neural Frames and go into the project window and editing window, so we'll skip over all that for now and go to my project window here. It'll look the same as yours pretty much. Go to this project, and this is that video that we just referred to on New Orleans, and it says open in editor is one of the options, so I did that. And you can see it here, a picture of the video. And down here you have a lineup of all the scripts, your storyboard that's been created for this. And in the first one you see, I click on the first one, and it says a poised African American woman age 28 walks down the street. If I go and click on the second clip, now it has several clips that's been generated for this. You see another script written here, and you go to the third clip, and it goes like that for several clips till the end of the movie. And this is where you can really go in and see where, wow, they changed it from the first scene to the second, they're wearing different dresses, different hats. This is where you can go in and you have to repeat each time. I want to see an African American woman wearing a green satin dress with a certain kind of hat, walking down a certain street. You have to repeat that again in each scene, otherwise they switch it up on you. But it's very easy to correct, and we're going to look at that next. So when you paste in your version here, you correct some words and so on, you re-render it, and you just can redo that solo clip and look at it again to see if what you want, and it's pretty cool. So the fast way that I found to do this is my way of doing it, is this is the original script I came up with for this movie. that I wanted to make. It's called New Orleans, and it goes down. It's kind of a narrative. But the thing is, I don't speak AI, I speak my own language. So how do you kind of bump this up to make it quick for the AI to understand? So what I did is I went to ChatGPT and put this in and said, please give me a script for AI that I can use in a movie. And they upgraded the script to look like this. They put in more, flamboyant language and things that they know that AI can interpret and so on. So then I had this new script. I pasted it in here from ChatGPT. As I took that ChatGPT text, now keep in mind, I took a couple minutes to do this so far. I put my original story into ChatGPT, asked for them for an AI movie version of it. They gave me the one I just showed you. So I just divided it up into clips, and I pasted that into the clip windows that I showed you there on the bottom. Clip number 1, I pasted clip number 1 in here, pasted clip number 2 in there, and so on and so forth. Looked at the video that it created and saw some of the various problems that it had, like having the wrong colored hat or something from scene to scene. I just went into my script here. I just highlighted and read what I wanted to change. The episode 2, they had the mistake in it. So I just did the same thing in red, as you see here. And so I just went back and I just, replaced all those clips that you saw with the red versions here in each one of the little scenes. Putting those clips in the different scenes, it took a while, but I would say maybe 15 minutes or something to paste them in there. It wasn't that big of a deal. Okay, we just finished our tweaks of the script in order to make this video look like our vision of our music. And here's an example of what it looks like. See what you think. Now, I think the most important takeaway from this tutorial is that we can make a huge improvement to the quality of our videos simply by making some tweaks to the script. By tweaking a script, being a little bit organized about it, having a word processing view of your script and cutting and pasting it into the program, you can vastly improve the results of your story within your music video. Now, the previous episode we showed how you could do this with a short story, and this one we showed how you could do it with a somewhat longer story. If you'd like to go further and see another example of an anime format that I did with a synthesizer soundtrack, you can see the links at the bottom and take a look at that. That's an example of one that I just let AI take the synthesized music, make up its own story, and see what happened with it. And it's a little bit easier to do that if you have a fantastical land of anime and those types of characters that don't have to be as consistent as they do in a realistic kind of video like this. But if you'd like to see how easy that was to do that, that's the easiest of all, because you just drop in your MP3 and you see what it comes up with. If you don't like the style, you can choose one of many other styles that's in the menu there and see what pops out in that. Choose the best one that you like and just go with that. But this has been a great pleasure again to sit with you guys and show you some shortcuts that I've come up with for making your own real music videos based on your music as musicians that you can get out there even your old catalog. You can now renew them and promote them in new and interesting ways. Links are in the bottom here if you go down, if you want to see the synthesizer version of how you can do this with no storyboard at all, the quickest of all. If you just fast forward a bit, you'll get right to that. So I'm signing off. It was great to see you again. Have a great one.